Welcome to Kingo Academy, and let's finalize the topic of ratio and proportions. So in the previous lesson, we looked at ratios, and today we are going to look at a proportion. So first of all, let's define proportion. So let's define proportion. What does proportion mean? So proportion is determined. You can determine proportion when two ratios are equal. So when two ratios are equal, it's when you can determine proportion. What do I mean mathematically? So mathematically, it can be expressed as, okay, so when, let's say you're having A ratio B equals to C ratio D. This is what we mean about proportion, when two can be determined when two ratios are equal. And this can be mathematically expressed as I told you, ratios can be expressed in terms of fractions. So here you can have A over B equals to C over D. So this is all about ratios. So when three numbers, let's say A, B, C, are in continuity proportion, the C called the third proportional. So A, B, C, and D, we say the C is called the third proportional. So the third proportional of two number A and B is defined as this one, okay? Is defined as this one and can be expressed mathematically in this format. So let's look at example 1. So in example 1, said find the proportional parts of 156 in the ratio of 3 ratio 4 ratio B. So you have been given the total number of the parts. So total number of the parts So total number of the parts equals to 156. And then you have been given ratio. It's a 3 ratio 4 ratio 5. Now you need to find the proportional parts of this whole, which is 156. Are we together? So first of all, the first thing you have to do, so you need to find the sum total of the terms of the ratio. So the sum total will be equals to 3 add 4 add 5, which equals to 12. Okay. So after getting the sum total of the ratio, now it's the only time you can get the parts of a proportion from the ratio. So if you want the first part of 3, it will be 3 over 12 times 156, which will be equals to 39. And when you want the parts of the 4, how many shared parts of the 4 in 156 will be 4 over 12 times 156, which you will get equals to 52. And when you look at how many share all the parts, proportion is all about sharing, okay? Sharing in terms of portions, okay? So 5, we are looking for the shared related to 5. So it will be 5 over total share times the whole part, which will get 60, which will get 65, okay? So that's how we do this kind of mathematics. So proportion is determined when two ratios are equal, and proportion is all about shared parts of the whole sum. So let's look at one more example, and then you can be able now to do different questions. So different question will come in different style, but the full concept you need to know. This is one of the good concepts in mathematics which can help you in different topics as you go on with your mathematics. So let's look at about one more example, and then we call it the end of this topic of ratios and proportions. So example 2 said the ratio of the number of girls to that of boys in school. We are talking about ratio part is 7:12. If the number of boys, we have been given the whole numbers of boys, which is 1,380. So now we are being asked to find the number, part A, the number of girls, and part B, the total number of students in that school. Are we together? So what you have been have you been given? So we have been given the ratio of the boys and girls at that school, which is 7:12. But now we have been given the whole number of that ratio, which we don't have for the girls, but we have for the boys, which the girls, now you can say it's X ratio, because we don't have the total parts of the whole number of the girls, but we have for that of the boys, which is 1,380. Now we have been told to work to get the ratio number of the girls. So the whole number of the girls ratio, whole number of the boys. These are the ratio we got it at the beginning of the question. So now we don't have the whole number of the girls, and that is what we are going to work on. So put this in terms of fractions, so it will be 7/12 equals to X over 1,380. Okay, so find the whole number of girls available to that school, as question 1 asks us. So cross multiplication, now you will have 7 times 138 equals to 12x, 12 times x. Now divide by 12 here, divide by 12. This and this will go away. So use your calculator to get that number. So it will be 7 times 138. 7 times 138, then divide by 12. So we'll find that in that school the number of girls, part A as it is. So the number of girls equals to 805. Okay, these are the number of girls to that school. So part B asked us to find the total number of students in that school. So we will take number of girls, add number of boys. Okay, so you will have 1,380 add 805 to get the total number of students. The total number of students in that school. So it will be 138 add 805. Okay, now total number of students in this school is 2,185. That is the total number of students in that school. So thanks so much for watching this topic of ratio and proportion. I do believe that it will help you to understand. If you don't have teachers in your school, you can keep learning back for yourself, and these are the answers. So thanks so much, and let's meet to another class. And next class we will discuss about about algebra. So our next class will be all about algebra. Thanks so much, and let's meet next time in our class.